Hey, hey, what goes on? What goes on? It's your man, Bobby Las Vegas, coming at you once again with The Game is the Game. Here we are, NFL Week 7. Once again, I'm just treading water a little bit, not killing the game. Definitely under 500. So last week I went 2 for 3. My losses were the Bengals versus the Lions. I really thought the Lions were going to at least stay competitive at home, but I think the Bengals are on their way of doing some things. And as I stated before, if the Lions didn't win last week, I'm not sure how they're going to keep that spirit to continue to win games. I'm not saying it's going to be an 0-17 season, but it's definitely not going to be as good as it should be. They got a lot of young cats on there, a lot of firepower. Not necessarily firepower, they got a lot of heart, and I think they're better than what their record shows. Then I lost, Seahawks versus the Steelers. There are certain games I think the Steelers are going to dominate, but it just goes to show you there's another squad on the other side that you're going up against, and they played the Steelers pretty hard. Steelers only won 23-20 when the line was, I believe it was 5.5. Another game that I lost on it was a Monday night game. That was the Bills versus the Titans. Really thought the Bills were going to have something for them, but Derrick Henry is something else. But in this day and age where everybody's passing the ball, you just don't see the running back taking over games as they used to do back in the day. Derrick Henry is definitely a throwback. Dude is that dude, plain and simple. The games I won was the Cowboys versus the Patriots and the Chargers, and I took the Ravens over the Chargers. A lot of people thought with those Chargers, they were going to be, right there with the way Herbert throws the ball. Here's the problem. San Diego's defense, they can't stop the run, and that's what the Ravens do. And that's why they won. Now, really quick, before I go into week 7s, last week I did a little special on Saturday. I was hanging out with a couple of friends of mine, just a bunch of average Joes, drinking some beers, making some picks. We didn't work the line, just made straight up wins and losses. And, of course, I won again. They had 18 wins. They had 8 wins. I had 9. Once again, might be only about 1, but I still won. Anyway, all right, so let's go on to NFL Week 7. Right now, we got the Washington football team versus the Packers. Washington football team started off the season on paper with a good young defense, but because of their problems on offense, the defense is always on the field. Therefore, they're asked to do way too much. It's going to be the same thing going against the Packers. I mean, the Washington football team would really have to slow down the ball, which I don't think they have enough of. I'm taking the Packers, not necessarily in love with the line, at 7.5. The Packers give them 7.5. And we got the Bears versus the Bucs. Once again, a line I really don't appreciate, but I like what the Bucs do at home. This, I believe, is also going to be a little bit of a payback game. If you remember last year when the Buccaneers played the Bears in Chicago, that was the game that the Buccaneers lost, and Brady thought there was another down, like he had a 5th down. He remembers that. I mean, it's constant ribbing. You hear it all with the media and stuff. I think he's going to make sure and show that they're going to win this game convincingly. Once again, not crazy about the line, but the Bears, Justin Fields, I think the kid's going to be a stud. But I think they got something to prove, the Buccaneers. So I'm taking the Bucs, giving 11.5. Then we got the Chiefs and the Titans. Man, the Chiefs are a squad. They'll figure out how to win, but they're not killing anybody. They're not covering. Once again, with Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry is that boss. He's going to slow that game down. He's going to get through. Plus, I like the Titans defense starting to pick things up a little bit. I'm actually taking the Titans plus 5.5. The Sunday night game is the Colts versus the 49ers. For most of the year, you might have seen me say, I don't trust the Colts. But then again, I don't trust the 49ers. I trust the Colts more than I trust the 49ers at this point. Wentz is definitely shorted up. I think he only has one pick this year. That play action is definitely going to be in effect. I just don't trust the 49ers, sorry to say. I didn't like what they did to the kid, Trey Lance, his first game when he played up against the Cardinals. Reason why he's not playing right now, banged up. He did a lot of running plays, just him running the ball, like looking like some type of, college, high school type nonsense and not, throwing the ball. I mean, I know he's new and doesn't know everything of the nuances with Shanahan, but I didn't like it. Jimmy G's back. The 49ers play better with Jimmy G, but I don't believe they're going to cover. I'm taking the Colts plus 4. All right. I'm only picking 4 games this week. It wasn't really crazy with the schedule and whatnot. But that's how we're going to do it. The game is a game. It's your man, Bobby Las Vegas. Keep a lookout. Everybody have a great one.